Recently, I completed my 2025 film reel, and it was the fastest reel I've ever made by far. And a lot of you asked how I did it, so here is my tutorial on how I made the fastest reel I've ever made in my life.
I want you guys to book it.
Now, I've made several reels over the years. There are no rules when it comes to making film reels. I don't even recall learning how to make a film reel in school, which I feel like would have been helpful at some point and something we should have learned. Having a reel is basically like having a visual resume. Most people, most jobs, they want to see your reel, to see your work, obviously, to see your style, and to see the variety of work that you've actually done over the years. I've had several people tell me that they do not care about my resume on paper, they just want to see my reel. I just had my mom ask the other day if she could see my resume, and I said, Mom, no one cares about that. So remember that your film reel is your resume, it is a visual resume, and this is what people are going to want to see when they want to potentially work with you. Now, the first thing that I did that saved me so much time is stay organized. I know for a fact that over the years, I haven't stayed organized, and that has slowed me down so much, especially when a lot of time has passed and you have had projects on different hard drives and different computers and technology changes. So having things compiled into a single folder will make your life so much easier. I also went and looked at my previous reel from the year before, and that helped me kind of gain clarity on what shoots I've done that have been successful, what I want to show, and what I've shown in the past. So maybe I can vary it a little bit with this year's. So stay organized, keep everything in one place if you can, and it will help you compile everything and scrub through all the clips so much faster. Again, there are no rules when it comes to making a reel, but what I've done over the years is I've gotten in the habit of showing myself on set at the beginning of my reel. One, it's quick, it's visual, it shows that yes, I am the person behind the camera creating these projects, and it's just an easy way to show my personality and what it's like to work with me on set, maybe a little bit. Hey, I'm Whit Ingram, and you're on the set of my next short film, Out to Lunch. In the past, I've definitely shown myself more in the beginning, and that's mostly because I didn't have as much work to show, so I was trying to fill up some time on my reel. But again, you don't have to do this. You don't have to show yourself at all if you don't want to. I've actually seen very few people do this. I don't even know why I started doing it, other than the fact that maybe it was just easier for me to show people that, yes, I am the person behind the camera, and here we go. Here's the rest of my stuff. I decided to make a film reel because not only am I a director, but I also write, I also DP, and I also edit. And it made more sense for me to create an all-encompassing film reel with all of my work, because most of my work I am doing a lot of those jobs. So most people, when they go to create a reel, they specifically make a reel for that job. So a director's reel, a cinematographer's reel, an editor's reel. You really can niche down, and that's what most people do. But again, I could do that, but a lot of my work would be similar. I also just wanted to cast a wider net for potential work. So I would love to write, but I would also love to DP on certain projects. So it just made more sense for me personally to create a reel where I was doing all of those jobs. Now, if you have a job that you specifically want, that's maybe a higher end job that you specifically just want to be a director, then I would go ahead and create a director's reel specifically for that job. The next thing that I do is I pick a song that I like. You're going to want to pick a royalty-free song so you don't have any copyright issues. I like Artlist. I've been using them for a long time. This is not sponsored by them, but they have a lot of music that feels a lot more modern and up to date. And since I've been using them so long, they also understand the type of music that I like. So when I went to Artlist, I was able to see what songs were recommended to me, and it was actually the first song that I found, which is so rare and never happens. If you know, finding music can take forever and can be extremely time consuming. A lot of people don't quite understand that. But on top of that, just find a song that you like. You're going to be listening to it a lot. It's most likely going to get stuck in your head. And you also just want to show people your taste in music and your kind of style, because at the end of the day, this is more about you and what you like, and people want to see your personality. A lot of times I'll also pick songs that have a lot of bass and that are a little more hypey. I think it makes it a little bit more exciting. And then also I'll find clips from the song, from the lyrics in the song, that maybe match the clips in my video to make it seem more fun.
From the bed to the floor to the couch, might wake the neighbors up.
And I'll always cut on the beat. If there's a lot of beats, like an upbeat or a downbeat, and there's a lot to choose from, that makes it a lot easier to kind of cut and pick and choose where you want to end a clip and start a clip. So just find a song that works for you and that you can listen to a lot.
Break you in and break you out. In the end, we're gonna make a child. Then we gonna hit the show. Part 2, we don't need no pause. We're misty, we gonna get tipsy, don't need a power shot.
And then this is not sponsored, but I do have a revenue share with Save the Cat. They are doing a webinar about their beat sheet that goes in depth on how you can write your scripts. So I would definitely go check this out. This is the biggest breakthrough I ever had when it comes to writing. I've been promoting this book for, 10 years now, and now they have all of these updates and these webinars. So you get a 15% discount with code WhitneySTC, and I do get a 10% discount back when you use that code, so I'd really appreciate it if you did. If not, definitely go check out Save the Cat books. These are amazing and I cannot recommend them enough. So there are no set rules to the length of your demo reel. For me, I found that 1 to 2 minutes is sufficient enough. It gets the point across, and this last reel is actually 2 minutes long, which is the longest reel I've ever made. I'll also go ahead and create a reel that's a little bit shorter for social media. Typically, I'll find a shot that's the same, but I'll cut it to a 9:16. It's just a little bit more engaging at the beginning of the video, and then I'll have people turn their phone, because obviously you don't want to show a film reel in all 9:16. That would be insane, and it would make no sense because you can't see the framing or most of the frame. You don't necessarily have to do that, but it is nice to cast a wider net so more people can see your work. And obviously I would keep a longer reel on my YouTube and my website so people can see more of that work. Typically people are coming to those places to actually see it versus social media where they're just scrolling through. And then for my reel, I've done a lot of different kinds of work, so I just want to show all of it on all the best stuff that I've done. So I've done a lot of commercial work, social media, and narrative work. So I do like to cast that wide net, like I said earlier, to show the variation of the different styles I can do, the different types of work I've done, the different types of people I've worked with, and the different aspect ratios that I've done as well. So if you do like the commercial side, but you don't like the narrative side, you obviously do not have to show everything that you've done. Also try and pick the best clips from the best parts of your shoots, and you do not have to include everything. There's a lot of work that I wouldn't include in my reel that's incredibly boring, or just something that I wouldn't want to represent my style or what I can actually do. Show a variety if you want to show people everything that you can do, or just show, narrative work or a specific genre that you want to show people that this is what I do. There's no fault in niching down to a specific type of film, but again, I like to show the variety of my work, so I like to show everything that I can possibly do to try and get more work from it. So yeah, that is how I create my film reels. It is pretty simple, but again, there are no rules. You can go out there and basically do whatever you want, but these are kind of the guidelines that I've figured out over the years, and what has worked for me. And I actually just got offered a job as a writer-director for a production company, which I'm really, really excited about. And they said my reel was the best. So I feel like I know a little bit of what I'm talking about. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments and let me know what you want to see from me next. Go check out Save the Cat, and I'll see you guys next time.